Andrew Yang is breaking up with the Democratic Party. Oh shit, we're losing one of the biggest Democratic people we've ever had in our entire life. Oh my god. Let's talk about it. Written by Andrew Yang. I am breaking up with the Democratic Party. I changed my voting registration from Democrat to Independent today. It was a strangely emotional experience. Shut the fuck up. I registered as a Democrat back in 1995 when I was 20 years old to vote for Bill Clinton's re-election. It was a no-brainer for me. I went to a college that was very liberal. I lived in New York City. Everyone around me was a Democrat. Bill Clinton versus Bob Dole. Clinton was one of the youngest presidents when he was elected. It seemed more in tune to me as a 20-year-old. Blah, blah, blah. John Kerry's campaign, I think it made maybe $3,000. I thrilled to Barack Obama's victory in 2008 and to a lesser extent his re-election in 2012. Ooh. Around this time, I was invited to the White House to receive recognition by the Obama White House as both a champion of change and a presidential ambassador of global entrepreneurship. As the founder of a nonprofit Venture for America that helps create hundreds of jobs in the Midwest and the South. Bringing Evelyn to meet the president was a lot of fun. In 2016, I donated to Bernie Sanders' campaign. Everything that he said struck to me as true, but then voted for Hillary Clinton against Trump. When Trump won, I was surprised and took it as a red flag and a call to action. Having spent 6 years working in the Midwest and South, I believe that I had some insight into what driven Trump's victory. I spent several years making the case for what I believe is a major policy that I can address it, universal basic income. As you'd imagine, as a Democratic presidential candidate, I met a lot of Democrats around the country, literally thousands, blah, blah, blah. Wanted to make the odd Asian candidate talking about giving everyone money, but over time, also became other Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke, and people I consider friends. As I become more of a household name, working many senior officials, I headlined several fundraisers for the DNC and participated in fundraising appeals as a surrogate for Joe for months. John Ossoff, proud to activate Asian American voters. As I'm running for mayor, I similarly met and became friends with activists and elected officials who are longtime public servants on the Democratic side. Again, I have at this point dozens of friends and confidants who are entrenched in the Democratic Party. I have been a Democrat my entire adult life, and yet I'm confident that no longer being a Democrat is the right thing. All right, the meat and bones. To what? To what are we even beginning to talk about here? My goal is to do as much. I skipped a whole bunch of shit. Please keep in mind that I'm not suggesting that you also change your voter registration to Independent, as I have done. Doing so could disenfranchise you if you live in the 83% of the country that is very blue or red. For this reason, I consider either not making this change and not talking about it. So why do I feel in my heart that this is the right move? While it was simply a small piece of paperwork, I genuinely felt a shift in my mindset as soon as I signed it. My goal is to do as much as I can to advance our society. There are phenomenal public servants doing great work every day, but our system is stuck. It is stuck in part because polarization is getting worse than ever. Many of the people I know are all doing all the good they can, but the impact is constrained. Now that I'm not a member of one party or another, I feel like I need to be more honest about both the system and the people in it. Major fucking warning button. All right, it is time for me to be smart. Now, if you don't understand what I mean by that, normally I will try to do things in the most common man's way possible, because this shit, if you were to read it and didn't have any idea of its impact, you would take this as the incessant whining of a dude who lost both his fucking races and thinks it's because the Democratic Party held him fucking down. You know, I'll even give you the fucking credit on the fucking presidential thing. Yeah, everybody got ousted for the safe candidate Joe Biden, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Here is why this entire idea of if I look better than both people, people will surely vote for me. You yourself just said that 83% of the country is very polarized. You are now influencing people to think that there is a possibility for the insertion of a third party. Without going into the science of why a third party does not work in this fucking country, I'm going to make the argument about why third parties suck right now in as simple a case as I can. Third parties suck because there's not enough of a reason for us to pull away from the idea that we could shape one of the two existing parties to fit our demands. That is why third parties do not work. You need a slew of extra parties in order to get the division of votes down to an equal playing field. That's why ranked choice voting is so cool, because it takes the slew of candidates and gives everybody a shot, because it can all funnel down to this person was eventually a choice I would make, as opposed to a winner take all system. Then you could introduce different parties, because people will vote based on the name, not the party that they're influenced to vote by. If you try to do this now without that set in place, you are effectively attempting to splinter the party. The key reform that is necessary to help unlock our system is a combination of open primaries and ranked choice voting. Oh boy, I wonder if some black guy from Harlem just said that. Which will give voters more genuine choice in our system, more dynamism? Okay. Okay. It will also prevent the spoiler effect that so many Democrats are concerned about, which is a byproduct of a two-party system with a binary contest and simple plurality voting. I don't know what's going on with me. That orange juice hitting. I'm fucking slumped, bro. I've been hitting the OJ. Fucking slumped, bro. I believe I can reach people who are outside the system more effectively. I feel more independent. Suck my dick. I'm already branding it. I'm Andrew Yang, the independent Asian man who don't need no party. Oh, I see it coming on social media already. I still cannot believe that New York City voted in a fucking cop to be mayor after everything, bro. Y'all make me sick. Y'all make me fucking sick. Also, on a personal level, I'll admit there's always been something of an odd fit between me and the Democratic Party. I'm not very ideological. I'm practical, making partisan arguments, particularly expressing what I often see as performative sentiment, is sometimes uncomfortable for me. I often think, okay, what can we actually do to solve the problem? I'm pretty sure there are others that feel the same way I do. I've seen politicians publicly eviscerate each other and then act collegial or friendly backstage a few minutes later. A lot of it is theater. Hey, what are you proposing? That we add more theater to the fucking game? What are you doing? Huh? I've also had people publicly attack me and then text to call me privately to make sure that we were still cool. It just had to be done for appearances. Perhaps it's the nature of my upbringing, but I'm actually more comfortable trying to fix the system than being a part of it. Yeah, that's how I'll fucking vote. That's how I'll fucking fix the farm industry, by being an office worker. One very senior Democrat member of Congress texted me to say, "I'm sorry to see you go, but I know you'll do as much good as you can from the outside. And eventually, remember, the outsiders become the insiders." I've got to say, it feels really good to be building my own team. This is where I'm most at home. Recently, in an interview, I commented I wasn't particularly driven by a desire to hold office. I'm working for impact. Breaking up with the Democratic Party feels like the right thing to do, because I believe I can have a greater impact this way. Am I right? Let's find out together. In other words, it don't fucking matter if I bomb or not. Like, I'm making the move. So the TLDR, the summary of all of that is, thank you, Andrew Yang, for making the meme of why I left the left officially mainstream fucking conversation. Great fucking job, because now you've at least swayed 10% of the people to also leave the left and make fucking letters and videos about why I left the left, and then watch them fall down the alt-right rabbit hole. Awesome job there, dude. Great. Sweet. We love